Mabuhay and welcome to Kababayan Today. If you're just joining us, this used to be Kababayan LA. So don't worry, this is the same show, just a different name, also different time slots. So ipamalita po sa inyong mga kaibigan at kamag-anak, 4 p.m. dito sa LA 18. As well, we are now called Kababayan Today because we also broadcast in Hawaii. So over there, 3:30 p.m. on Kiku Channel. Aloha to all of you. My name is Janelle Sawyer, Kababayan from Los Angeles. And this is America's first and only daily talk show for and about the Filipinos. And when we talk about our community, we help each other to survive and also to thrive. And that is why we also talk about different issues. Let's talk about one issue that's close to my heart. We've talked about this so many times in the last 7 years of our program, the LGBTQ issues. Do I still add Q there? LGBT stands for lesbians.
Gay,
yes.
Bisexual, transgender, queer questioning.
Yes, and we have Rob here, which is the current president of Barangay. Hello and welcome to Kababayan today.
Thanks for having us.
First time on the
yes,
show.
First time.
You know, I've known Rob for a while. I can't believe that I've never had you before. But thank you for coming today. And Greg, of course, this is what you've been here. What, three times?
Yeah, about three times. Yeah.
Greg is one of the past presidents of Barangay as well. And for those of us who are hearing about Barangay for the first time, what is it?
So Barangay Los Angeles is a safe, supportive environment for our Filipino LGBTQ community here in Los Angeles. So we've been for over 23 years. We've continued to provide safe space for our community members. It's a support group, basically. We do a lot of social events and outreach throughout the year to serve our community members as well.
What do you mean when you say safe space?
Well, safe space, what Brian means by safe space is that we provide an environment where gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer Filipinos could be who they are, you know, not
no
judged.
Judgment,
acceptance,
correct.
all
yes,
acceptance.
Yes, because when you mention that LGBTQ Filipinos, it's a little bit challenging for our community also because we have a very macho community, right, Rob?
Also religious.
Yeah. So has it changed through the years? Like in the 23 years of Barangay LA's existence, I'm sure you hear a lot of different issues, different stories, different topics.
We did see a shift and change and a changing in the hearts. Like I wasn't out to my mom for quite a while, and so when I opened up to her, I got that support. And we've been seeing a lot of Filipino moms and dads, even lolas and lolas join our events. So that's really nice to see.
Parents will always be parents for sure.
True.
It just takes them a while to. Do you also do projects like that though, right? Educating the community, educating relatives, you know, things like that, right? Can you give us some examples?
Yeah, for example, you know, before when Barangay started, it was just, you know, for LGBTQ Filipinos. As time progressed, we started to be more inclusive, including families, like you said. So we had an event called Tulay, which was to bring families and the community to talk about youth suicide in the LGBTQ community.
Tulay is bridge, and that is what I like, bridging the LGBTQ community to the rest of the world, because there's so many misperceptions and misconceptions out there. We've done several shows on that here as well. But the community is changing, not just the family, right?
Yes.
Even politics is changing around this, right?
Yes, you see a lot of important people coming out, and that's really empowering to our youth, because when I was growing up, I never really had that person that I can really call a role model. Like, so that coming out process for me was a bit harder. But now you see a lot of celebrities and a lot of people in the media saying they're supportive and also being empowered that they are LGBTQ.
So you think the main problem still is coming out to families? Is that the #1 problem still?
It's one of the, because if your family's your brigade of support, and then if you don't have that, it's really harder for you to really come out of your shell and be an effective community leader and a member of your community.
Also health issues, I suppose, Greg?
Yeah, so family support is, I think, #1 on our agenda, because if you don't have family support, it's hard. You know, when it comes to your health issues like HIV, you know, Filipinos had one of the highest HIV rate spreading
in our community.
With other. Well, I don't know what the new statistic now is, but among the API community, Filipinos are the highest.
Right.
And it's the family support that we need, you know, to create a safe space for the children to grow up. to talk to the families about being safe.
Yes, and when you're openly talking about it, then you have measures in place, then you have prevention, then, I guess education is really key. And that is why also Barangay has a lot of, you've been talking about support. It's not just from within the LGBTQ community, it has also expanded to several circles, and that's who you are honoring this coming Sunday at your event, Rob.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So our Capital Awards, our theme for this year is Everyday LGBTQ Heroes Empowering Our Communities. So we want to bring back that acknowledgement to our partners, individuals, and orgs who have helped us get to where we are right now.
And this is only the second year that you're doing it. I guess the first one last year was very successful.
It was very successful. It was in 2010, and we honored Peter Corpus and Karina Samala, who are great advocates of our community, and also APIAT Health Center.
What does it mean to be an advocate of the LGBT community? I mean, what are the honorees? What have the honorees done?
The honorees have done is they've spoken on behalf of our community. And they put our community on the forefront of news, politics, even literature. So like for example, Gil, he had writings before that universities still use, as teaching tools.
Okay, and there are several awardees. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that, the selection process as well, plus meeting some of those honorees when we return on the show. Don't go away.